Hello, guys. If you are unfamiliar, my name is Allison and I am on a debt-free journey. I apologize, I am trying to keep my voice low. It is late at night, but I am on a debt-free journey. I've been using the cash budgeting system since fall of 2022, and it has helped me get out of 5 figures of debt, and I'm on the tail end of my debt-free journey. So I'm going to do a budget by paycheck. I like to do mine bi-weekly, and so we are going to put a budget together. So this is the first pay that I'm getting in June. I'm able to look ahead and see what my take home is, and that's after insurances and taxes and all of the things. So I'm going to pull the sheet out, and this is available on my Etsy shop. Okay, so I like to budget my bills that fall in the pay cycle, so I'm going to look for things between the 12th and the 25th of June to see what I have going on, and I don't think I have a ton. So student loans, which I've been doing 600 minimum, so extra debt. Let's see what happens if I do 700. I might have to change that, but that covers that gym. So we have gym on what day is that? The 17th. And that is $10. Oh, I forgot to ask Joe about Comcast. I'm just gonna budget $44 Comcast, and that's around the 18th. He was trying to get our bill to go down, so hopefully it does, so I might have extra money in my buffer, but I'm gonna budget the normal amount. I just want to get my budget done and over with. Let's see, and if there's excess, I can just leave the money in my buffer. I keep my buffer around $50 in my checking, or I can just put even more to debt or something. And then I have CapCut on the 19th. So, oops, I spelled that wrong. CapCut. And that was $10.59. And then we have Cricket on the 23rd. Okay, and then I have two things that I need to cash flow. Our air fryer completely crapped the bed. I could have pulled from sinking funds. So prior to this, I just did a cash on stuffing off camera. I could have pulled money from sinking funds if I wanted to, but I decided I'm going to cash flow. So I'm just going to, just for my brain, I'm going to write cash flow. So that's 2039. There's two different things I'm cash flowing here, so one of which was an air fryer and something else for the home. So I'm just going to do that so that I know that I can pay my credit cards for these things. I don't do this very often, but once I get all my debt paid off, I'll be able to beef up my sinking funds. If you are new to my channel, I keep my sinking funds at a minimum right now. I don't do all the fluff, sorry. If that excites you in the future, you'll see that, but I don't do all the fluff where I like cash stuff every single sinking fund known to man. I just kind of been sticking to bare bones as I'm paying off debt in the last leg of my debt-free journey, because I just really want to get out of debt, and I'm just really trying to keep focus on the super important stuff right now. So that should cover it. So I have everything differentiated in this different color, so that's taken care of. That is Comcast, CapCut, Cricket. Perfect. and then I get paid again the 26th. I did not write down my pay, so I'll write it here. That way I can kind of keep track. 42 cents. Okay, so now that that is complete, I'm going to put this back in my binder where it belongs, and then we will go ahead and do the budget by paycheck. I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back, and I'm going to tally up all of these numbers here and see what that comes up to, and then I'm going to subtract the total from the paycheck to see what we have left to play with. No. Okay, so I'm going to take the $179.31 and subtract it from my paycheck to see what I have left. And that means I have $1,088.81. And I realize I printed out outdated ones. I tweaked this a bit, so this isn't fully accurate of how my budget by paycheck is. I have like a little section here and up here, which is not on here, which is fine. So I'll just write it here. So I have $1,088.81. So I usually leave the change in my buffer. So basically I'm going to allow myself $1,088 to budget with, and oh, I might need to not do $700. Let's just see if we can make it work with a $600 student loan payment. So minus 700. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. I need a positive number. Okay, so that means I'd have $388, and I don't think I'll be able to make that work, but let's just kind of keep an eyeball out for it. So, you know what? I'll subtract as I go along. So we're going to do grocery. And my grocery is $140. Then I allow myself a little bit of spending money for 2 weeks, whatever I want to use it for. And I have been giving myself $30. So I have $218 left. Okay, so I'm going to use this to help guide me along. Gas tolls. Alright, I have 24. I'm going to budget 10 in here because my tank is like on the last notch. And about 35-ish should be good to fill my tank. Okay, now because we are, my first paycheck of the month is very, sorry, I'm saying this wrong. This particular paycheck, I have a lot more extra money to play with, but my next paycheck is going to run into rent, which eats up a lot more of the available funds that I have, and usually the way the bills fall, I don't have a ton of wiggle room. So I'm going to preemptively double stuff things like household and Sam's Club. That way I'm like fully good to go. So household, I'm going to do 50. And then let's see here, kitties is out. Let's see, kitties, we'll do 20. in case I need to do wet food or another letter or something. So 138. Sam's Club, like I said, we're gonna double stuff this one to do 50. So we have 88 left. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, and I forgot grocery. I must have skipped over that somehow. I want to put money in grocery buffer. I know the difference. So we'll just say minus 10. Okay, so we have 78. So I'm going to have to change this a little bit. So this section is complete. This is like my revolving, like important stuff, like money I spend a lot out of. Car maintenance, I'm gonna leave as is. Electronics is a no. Fun is a no. Gifts, I'm going to do. My sister's birthday is the end of the month. Maybe I'll do some now. And we'll do 25. Usually I like to match this, which I don't know if I am going to right now. Normally I do, but I really don't want to dip into the $700 payment. So I think what I'm going to do is, so medical, I have to pay my medical bill. It's $185. I have $135. So 53. Let's see here. 135 plus 53. Yeah, so that'll pay it. So we'll do 53. I know it's like a few straggler ones, but whatever. Medical is 53. And special occasions, unexpected. So I am fully funded in my car insurance. My car insurance is due the 20th of June, and I have the full amount in there, so I'm going to skip stuffing that. I did want to start kind of stuffing for my birthday, but that's not a necessity. I thought it might be nice to go to Sephora and get like a makeup item or two, but I might just start that in July because my birthday is the end of July. So I'm just going to double check all of my math here. So let's do that. So now that we know I don't have to lessen this amount, I'm going to start from the beginning. So I know I had $1,088.81, but I'm just making it 1,088. So 1,088 minus 700 equals 388. So I have 388 remaining. And again, these sheets are outdated. I had other things listed, so just ignore that. I'm just doing that for my own sanity. So if I add up all of this here, it should equal 388. Perfect. Okay, so that is a zero-based budget, and I'm going to do the denominations off on my own. It's just a matter of choosing the bills that you want to tell your teller, your bank teller, that you want to pull out. I just did a cash unstuffing, and that dollar amount is less than what this amount is, so I don't need to go to the bank to pull the full amount out. I'll just use that cash that I have already and just like pull the difference, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But this is complete. I highly recommend a zero-based budget. Like there's so many different forms of budgeting out there, but it truly has helped me so much in paying off debt and like actually making progress. So I hope this video helped you in some way. Please leave me your favorite emojis down below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.